title for The Thirst was my sort of working title was The Vampyrist, which is a psychiatric disorder where people are, feel the urge to not necessarily to kill, but to drink blood from animals, or when it develops, normally from people. And some of the most notorious serial killers in crime history it's been suggested that they have been vampirists, but this is a very controversial whether vampirism actually exists, so that was sort of the starting point for The Thirst, and it kicks off with a Tinder date, and there are several Tinder dates during the novel, because it's and that idea probably came just from me going to my local coffee shop, and some years ago I started noting that people were sitting and like talking to each other, and I thought it was job interviews. It looked like job interviews, and sometimes there would be a job interview there, but then I would get phrases from the conversation, and I understand that no, this is actually a date. This is a very awkward date, and I couldn't help myself. I had to try to stay close and listen to some of the conversations. I have to admit, and some of those bits and pieces of those conversations are in The Thirst. The Thirst refers both to the vampirism that may be or may not be going on in the novel, and of course to Harry's Achilles heel, alcoholism. There are quite a number of new characters. Yes, there are some new police persons. There's especially one young guy who is sort of he resembles Harry actually in many ways. Maybe he's the new Harry Hole. I don't know. But and of course there's a few new interesting villains also. But perhaps more importantly, there's an old enemy of Harry in the book that is sort of triggers Harry and makes him leave his job as at the police school and go back to investigating. I've always been looking forward to starting a new Harry Hole novel, and it always, I don't start writing until I have an idea for a Harry Hole novel. Actually, I'm not sure I'm going to write another Harry Hole novel until I come up with that idea. I probably know I will do at some time, because I have this long storyline for Harry, but I also have to come up with this idea for that it could be an idea for a standalone novel, but that is both a standalone story and part of Harry's lifeline. But I'm always excited when I sit down and I like the idea and I like meeting Harry again. Then again, at the end of the story, I'm probably really tired of Harry and I just want to get away from him, because it's a dark universe. It's not a place where you want to stay forever. You need to get away from there. I can tell you a secret about the research, because normally for all my books I try to do most of the things that the characters in my books do. Here I had, and here I actually for the first time I chickened out. And it was because I'm writing about Tinderu dating. And I was really trying to talk myself into doing Tinderu dating, but I just couldn't get myself to do it. And I think, I don't know if it was that I was embarrassed or I didn't want to put my name out there. I planned to put my name out there as a writer and explaining why I wanted the date. But I think also it was just the, I didn't want to embarrass, you know, the one meeting me for a date. So what I did was I stayed with, it was a friend of mine, a girl who had just broken up with her boyfriend. So I spent time with her and sort of following her Tinder adventures.